unlike question 16, question 17 seems like a much easier, much more traditional vocab question. Now we know what favor means. And so if we look at these answer choices, I think that the one that I'm drawn to, what does it mean to favor something? It means that you prefer it. However, I'm not allowed to pick that, right? I mean, that's my instinct, but that could be totally wrong because I need to know what's going on in the lines and use the context to prove that. So this is why we need to follow the QLC method. So what I did right now by looking at those answer choices was bad. I should have ignored them and gone right to the lines. But I just want to make a point here. So we go to the lines. Here's the word favor. So what are they saying around this? If you credit the demographers, this transit trend has legs. The millennials who reached adulthood around the turn of the century and now outnumber baby boomers tend to favor cities over suburbs and are far more willing than their parents to ride buses and subways. Part of the reason is their ease with iPads, MP3 players, Kindles, and smartphones. You can get some serious texting done when you're not driving, and earbuds offer effective insulation from all but the most extreme commuting annoyances. Okay, so the main sentence here is doing something that happens a lot, actually, with vocab questions, is it's being repetitive. It's got two clauses, two parts that are basically saying the same thing, right? They tend to favor cities over suburbs, and they're far more willing than their parents, right? This is making a comparison. So I can't twist the far more willing part to fit in place of favor very nicely. It doesn't, the grammar is a little different, but they tend to, okay, well, actually, you know what? Be more willing to do cities over suburbs, like something like that. I know that's not great grammar, but there you go. How about something like they tend to like cities over suburbs, right? That's clearly what they're going for. They're making this kind of comparison, and it's about preference. And sure enough, that is the option that I thought originally, and it happens to be right. But the key thing here is that this may happen on your own SAT or in your own practice, where you're looking at these answer choices and you're getting a lot of these vocab questions right because you look at the choice and you kind of just like have an instinct and it ends up being right before you've even read the passage. That's a coincidence, okay? You don't want to let that bias you, all right? Like for every time that your instinct is right, I bet that there's another question you get wrong where your instinct led you into trouble. So what we want to make sure we have is a process that doesn't care about our instinct, that lets us go unbiased into these choices and really evaluate the words and think about the question before we pick something. And, you know, it takes practice, but that's why the QLC method is so helpful here, is it reminds us, let's read the question, then go to the line reference, Q, then L, and leave the C, leave the choices for last, right? We want to, for as long as possible, not be biased by what we see, okay? If you do that consistently, most of these vocab questions should be easy points. So get a good process, and you'll get a good score.